You're dying making a living. That is not poetry. That is not dramatic. That is a clinical description of what is happening to millions of people every single day. You wake up, you go to the thing, you come home, you recover just enough to do it again tomorrow. And somewhere inside that loop, somewhere between the alarm and the exhaustion, the years are going. Not paused, not saved for later. Gone. You are not building a life. You are surviving one. And the cruelest part is that nobody forced you here. The world just made this the default. Get a job. Pay the bills. Be responsible. Be sensible. Trade your hours for money and call it a life. And if you are lucky, do it for 40 years and retire into whatever is left of you. That is the deal most people accepted without ever reading the terms. You were handed a life, and somewhere along the way, you traded it in for a living. Now I want to be clear about something. Work is not the enemy. Purpose-driven work, work that means something, work that uses what is best in you and gives something real back to the world, that kind of work is one of the great gifts of being alive. But that is not what most people have. Most people have a job. And a job is just an arrangement. Your time for their money, your hours for their output, your life measured in increments, handed over in exchange for the ability to keep existing. There is a difference between working to live and dying to work. Most people cannot tell which one they are doing anymore. Think about what you actually spend your days doing. Not in the abstract, specifically. Hour by hour. When you add it up, when you look at where the majority of your waking hours go, does it reflect what you value? Does it look anything like the life you imagined when you were young enough to still imagine one? For most people, the honest answer is no. And they know it. But knowing it and doing something about it are separated by a wall that most people never find the door in. That wall is not made of circumstance. It is made of fear dressed up as responsibility. Because it is easier to say I have no choice than to admit you have not yet found the courage to choose differently. It is easier to call the grind noble than to question whether the grind is even the point. It is easier to keep going than to stop long enough to ask where exactly you are going and whether you actually want to arrive there. And so the years pass, and the life happens somewhere in the margins, in the weekends, in the 2 weeks of annual leave, in the retirement plan that assumes there will be enough of you left when you finally get there. You have been putting your actual life in the margins of your schedule and calling the rest of it responsible. Think about the last time you felt truly alive. Not comfortable, not secure. Alive. Most people have to reach back years to find it. A trip they took, a project that consumed them, a moment where time disappeared because they were doing something that actually mattered to them. And then life resumed. And the job resumed. And that feeling got filed away under things that are not realistic anymore. You did not lose the ability to feel that way. You just stopped giving it room. Here is the question that changes things. Not what do you do for a living, but what are you living for? Because if you cannot answer that quickly and clearly with something that actually means something to you, then the living you are making is not serving the life you have. It is replacing it. You have one life, not a rehearsal, not a draft. This is the actual thing. And the hours you are spending right now in this season, in this year, they are not coming back. Every day you spend dying making a living is a day you did not spend living. That is not guilt. That is not pressure. That is just the truth, offered plainly because you deserve to hear it plainly. The shift does not always have to be dramatic. It does not always mean quitting everything and starting over. Sometimes it is one decision, one boundary, 1 hour a day carved out for the work that actually means something to you. One conversation you have been avoiding, one door you finally stop walking past. but it starts with honesty. Right here, right now. You cannot build a life worth living while you are too busy dying making one. Choose the life over the living, even in a small way. Even today, 5-word life.